Live. So, let me get my camera mounted. Doing one of my old style live streams. Talking about the fishies. Well, shrimps mostly. But it's time to finally do some maintenance on my RODI system. RODI UV, actually. Got a one extra stage that a lot of people don't have. Good old UV filter. Alrighty then. So, I've gotten a good 4 months out of these filters, and with the insanely high TDS that I have, it's actually quite shocking that I got that much out of it. But I've got hundreds of gallons out of these right here. Expresswater did a really good job making stuff, and well, it's about time I start doing a little bit of work, restore some performance, etc., etc. So let's see if I can even find some of my stuff here that I need to remove the filters, because that's kind of important. So I've got a small wrench, which is for the membrane, but I don't want to remove the membrane. Insane the membrane. Okay. I know you guys can't see what's going on back here, but I am making a huge mess. Okay, yeah, that's just for the membrane. Oh, let's see. Where did I put my proper filter housing? It's kind of like this, but bigger. Oh, it's got to be around here. Oh, there it is, of course. In one of the most precarious spots. That was silly. Why do I have it back here? Ah! Okay. You know what? I've got an idea. It's in a weird spot. I am going to grab a trusty tool. Aha! Sorta. Maybe. Kinda. Haha. Maybe. Oh, oh. Hey! Whoops. Got it. Alright. Think most things are unplugged, but it's going to make a colossal wet mess down here. Let's get this UV filter plug out of the way. Sorta. Maybe I should just take the housing off. The rubber housing on there is pretty good. Pretty good though. Maybe I could do it without it. Alright. The water never hurt anything. Okay, let's get to the easy one first. Let's do the post-carbon flossing filter. Alright. Made from coconut carbon. Alright, all these quick disconnects come in handy when you're doing the filter maintenance, because it makes maintenance just all that much easier. I mean, kinda easier. Yay, there's one. There's the other. I'm sure you guys can see this going on. The post-carbon. New post-carbon. This is much, much lighter, by the way. I think it's because there's water in the other one. Most likely. Just put it in like that. Put our clamp, this little blue clamp right here back on. And our water out. Right there. Put that plant back on. Oh, all the wires. Hey, oops, that's not my water out. Well, figures. No, it's not wires, it's tubes. The internet, it's a series of tubes. Here it is. Here's my water out. Bada bing, bada boom. Now this right here could definitely have been done better. I could actually cut this and make it to length, which I really should. I mean, there's no real reason not to, other than maybe a little extra flexibility in how I have this. Doesn't really matter, but at some point. Okay, now for the fun ones. The ones that are going to be extra dirty. See, this is a clean sediment cartridge. And down here, look how brown that is. These sediment cartridges have gone through hell and back. So, that's why it's time to clean them. Let's get my probes out of here. Don't want my probes to get damaged. There we go. Good old TDS meter, the aniline TDS meters. Help me keep a good eye on how healthy the filters are. So we use this big old thing right here to remove each of these individually. Let's see now, how do I want to do this? Either way, it's going to make a mess. I remember one of these was reverse thread. I can't remember which one. It was one of the end ones. There we go. There we go. Da, da, da. I think I can, yeah. I could do this one a little bit by hand. Whew. Yeah, it's UV stage. Over here. Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. Oh, Lord have mercy. Holy crikey. Look at this. Oh, wow. Oh. Oh, my God. Oh. Oh, man. Holy, oh, my God. Oh, that is so bad. Oh, the sediment cartridge is annihilated. Oh. Oh, I'm going to have to wash my hands. Okay. Comparison. Old sediment cartridge. New sediment cartridge. Sweet Jeebus. Holy cow. Oh, wow. Yeah. Yeah, it was definitely time for a filter change. Oh my God, guys, look at this. Look at this. Oh. Oh. Oh, no. Hey, maybe I can write something. F is for fish. There we go. I wrote fish. Sorta. Not really. Oh. So yeah, I'm gonna be right back, cause this is cray cray. Oh wow. I'm turning into a monster! Oh dear God. I'm gonna go throw this filter away and wash my hands. Cause holy cow. Okay. Okay. I'm back. I'm back. Cleaner hands. Clean unit. Holy shnikes. That was more intense than I actually thought it was going to be. I don't know what I was... I don't know what I was expecting, honestly. The sediment cartridge just plops right in there. Now it's... Bloop. And we'll put these in order. Ugh, still gunk on the sides. That's why I keep napkins in my pocket all the time. You honestly never know when a napkin's gonna come in handy, so always have plenty of those on hand. Okay, so that's sediment cartridge. Oh lordy! Let's get the pre-carbon off of there. I think this one twists normally. Let's see if we can get this off. Oh, maybe that's tightening it. Ah! On UV stage. These things are really on there tight, so this tool is kind of a crapshoot. Aha! Gotcha. So now it's just a matter of twisting. Ugh. Let the water flow everywhere. 'Cause why not? Let's take a look at this one. So this is encased. In case you can't see that. So you can't really see what's all going on in there, but it's heavy. I'll give it that. There's a little bit of sediment water in there. Huh. I'll just dump it in my 5-gallon bucket back here, save some time. Alright. So I need a pre-carbon filter. What's the nice thing about express water is they match everything up for you. It's super simple. Like, people get intimidated by an RO unit, sometimes thinking it's really complex, and honestly, when you get right down to it, it's not really. They make it so, like, super simple nowadays that it's kind of hard to mess up. There's our pre-carbon. Alright, now to get the post-carbon out of there. Kind of hard standing one leg, ain't it? Ah, there we go. Don't undiscombobulate. Of course, everything comes crashing down at the last minute. Why wouldn't it? Stay. All right. Can set that down. Okie doke. The last of the pre-stages. I can get it out. Oh, I'm gonna dump the water out. And our last pre-stage, the post-carbon. right. I tell you, that sediment cartridge, holy crud, works like a champ. Got a little trick up my sleeve to make sure that that doesn't happen as quickly, which is my booster pump pre-filter, which is metal, which can be cleaned and used over and over again. Alright, really at this point it's just a matter of quick reassembly. It's always easier to do with a little bit of help, but screw it. Making sure the gasket's on there. Hand tighten it. And on the other one at the very end. I honestly thought one of these was reverse thread, but I was wrong. I don't know why I thought that. Hand tighten it. The last one, which is the middle in this case, obviously. Alright. So I'm not going to lie, these things are kind of heavy. Whew. More work to get them in and out than I recall. Okay. Let's readjust this camera here. Get them really in there. There we go. Let's do the same for the last one. It's also really important to make sure all those gaskets on each of these are on there properly, otherwise you're going to have a leak. Nobody likes a leak. Not that kind of leak, but you know what? I think I'll have my RO system over here from now on. Instead of behind them, my vats, because it's probably easier to get to them. And a little bit of swapping around. These things are set. Put this back onto my booster pump. And put the quick disconnect clamp back onto the booster pump so it doesn't disconnect. Alright. And let's see now. I think this is my water out. Yep, this is my good water out. So we're probably going to have some filthy ass water coming out, which is okay. I am prepared. Got a bucket. Get all the nasty water out for a bit. Then, let's see. Why I had these configured a certain way. So I can put my little TDS meter right here. And red is for the incoming water. Blue is for the outgoing. The incoming water is coming from this way. So we've got to find a little probe section. Right. Probes are in. Okay. So let's see if she runs without leaks, which may or may not. Let's see. That's what we test. Going through the new system. It's going to take time to purge all the air out of the system. And I do see we have one little leak at the booster pump. Turn this off and reseat the fitting at the booster pump. So that happens. Then you got to do this sort of thing once every few months. Oh, we do have some splurge coming out on the post carbon. See? That's what happens when you have a pressurized system. You don't screw everything down just right. Which I don't really care if it makes a watery mess down here. It's concrete. It'll evaporate pretty darn quick. It's just I want to make sure I get this as tight as possible. Could be an O-ring issue, gasket, whatever you want to call it. Or it could be that I just didn't tighten it enough, which I got a little more. A little more around there. Oop. Don't want the UV. Let's put the UV inverter right there. Okay. Tighten it a little more. Let's see if it happens again. If it does, I'm going to unseat it and see if I messed up the gasket. Oh, that's right. We're also going to have our bad water out. But you're getting bad water out now. Okay. Does she leak? One way to find out. It'll take some time. Probably go faster if I put the booster pump on. So booster pump power is right here. Long end of the wire. I'm getting some water coming out. The wire for the booster pump. Should keep readily accessible. Set to 80 psi. And we're at 80 psi in the membrane. Cue the O. So, water is still making its way through the system. And this is the good water out. We got to purge all the gunk water before we get clean water. Actually, we can monitor the TDS. Yeah, coming out right now is like 200 plus TDS, but that's because we got to flush out all the bad water first. It's going down, going back up, going back down. It'll take a little bit. But as far as the leaking goes, it looks like there's no leaks, which is awesome. Awesome possum. Just keeping an eye on this here TDS meter. Once it goes down to reasonable levels, I know I'm good. That's right, purge, purge. But I am back at 80 PSI, woohoo! Something I haven't been at for a few months. Well, maybe a few weeks. I was getting like 75 PSI, which I figured the sediment filter was trashed. So, you know. By the way, I'm not endorsed or anything by Express Water, but they do have some pretty gosh darn competitive prices. So I like Express Water. They do a good job. Customer service is pretty decent too. Alright, we're fluctuating a little bit in TDS. You can see the amount of rejected water versus good water. If I do this, black line is rejected, blue line is accepted water. I don't know if we can zoom in on that. You can see it rejects water a lot more than it accepts water. This 5-gallon bucket might not last very long. Oop! Crikey. Come on. Get away from me for a second. I mean, let's see what the incoming line is. Incoming is almost 600 TDS. Outgoing right now is like 160-ish. It'll go down. It'll continuously go down as we purge all the bad gunk that was left over. Alright. Yep, TDS is consistently going down. Woohoo! And I don't think I see any leaks anywhere, which is super awesome. Now you may notice I didn't change the DI cartridge. That's because I need to get new DI cartridges. It didn't come in the big value pack that I got. Alright, now we're getting down into the double digits. Which is good. This is going to take a little while. He's going to take a while. Alright, we're consistently in the double digits now, which is good. And it continues to go down, which is awesome. Very awesome possum. Yeah, a lot of this is just kind of sitting around, waiting to make sure everything goes back to acceptable levels before I refill anything. Thinking about doing a dual RO membrane system. Get more clean water out per usage of pre-filter. Which I actually have another membrane housing. It's just a matter of getting another membrane. And then getting some splitters. Waiting for the TDS to go down. Waiting for TDS to go down. Well, we're at 2.5 gallons in terms of overall water. That's dirty plus clean water in this bucket. Let's see if we can get our TDS back down to like 10 at the very most before the bucket needs to be changed out, because I don't actually have another bucket. Surprisingly, I thought I had. I know I have another bucket somewhere. Where? I do not know. But somewhere. It steadily goes down. This is why it's good to have an inline TDS meter. It makes it very easy to monitor the progress of everything. I was going to get the 3 version where I can see the incoming, outgoing, and the wastewater, but I ended up getting just the basics. Wouldn't mind the 3 line though. That would be cool to be able to monitor all 3 lines. Or if I had like a dual membrane setup, that would be also really awesome. Alright. Well, at this point, it's really just a matter of letting all the water settle properly and purge all the excess gunk from the filters. So, that's about it for this live stream. Thanks for watching if you did. Thanks to the one guy who thumbed upped it. I don't really monetize live streams, or at least I don't think I do. Pretty sure I made sure I didn't. But live streams are just for fun. So, thanks for watching. That is how you change your pre-filters. And one post-filter. Maybe next time I'll probably be doing the membrane and the DI stage as well. Possibly even the UV stage if the bulb goes out. But, until then, how do I stop this thing? Are you sure you won't stop streaming? Yep, indeed.